Hi, our second guest on the Fitness Comeback podcast is Dipak Kumar Singh, a 30-year-old IT professional from Bihar. Thank you so much, Deepak, for taking time out to shoot this podcast with me.
Thanks for having me.
So tell me about your fitness journey in numbers.
So Keshav, I started my fitness journey last year, 2023, around August.
Okay.
My weight was around 93 kgs and currently my weight is around 69 kgs. So I have lost approximately 20 to 24 kgs.
So 24 kgs in 1 year.
Correct.
So what was the reason behind starting your fitness journey?
To be honest, I wanted to get into the fitness. I wanted to get fit. I wanted to have a good looking physique from last 2-3 years, but I was lacking a self motivation. I was eating everything and I was still healthy. I was not getting sick or something like that. But in 2023, you can say in July, I had some burning sensation in my chest or you can say upper abdomen.
Okay.
So I went to a physician. He just said that you may have acid refluxes and nothing else. So I went for a full body checkup. And into that checkup, everything was fine. Only my lipid profile was a bit here and there, you can say.
What was it like if you remember?
My overall, you can say cholesterol was perfectly fine. It was around 180.
Okay.
My LDL was around 109, so which was
A slight higher.
Yeah. Just 9 milligram above the borderline.
Yeah.
And then triglycerides were around 153.
Okay.
So that was also a little bit higher. Along with that, my heart rate was always in 80s.
Okay.
Usually. Even if I'm resting.
Resting heart rate around 80.
80s, 75 to 85. So it was nothing to worry, but doctors started prescribing me statins.
Oh, statins?
Statins.
Okay.
At that time only. And my blood pressure was also around 130, 135, 132,
Right.
here and there. So he said we will not start with your BP medications. We will wait for a month or two. We will go with statins first, and if it comes down, it's fine. Otherwise, we will have a BP medications as well. I was asking myself, is it the right time to be such medications for lifelong?
So basically you wanted to get off the medicine as soon as possible. So you started your fitness journey.
Yes.
So how did you start your fitness journey?
So as I mentioned earlier, it was a panic situation. So I wanted to start and I wanted to lose my weight as quickly as possible without thinking about anything else, the goods and the bads. So basically I started cutting down on the obvious, that is the dietary changes, so that I will not eat anything which is fried. I will not eat anything which is very oily.
Okay.
I will not, so I am a big non-veg lover, so I stop eating, you can say mutton.
Like completely?
Completely.
Okay.
Completely. I just flipped 100%, you can say. Within a span of 1 to 2 days, I decided I will not eat. From tomorrow, I'm not going to eat these things, and I stopped it completely. I stopped it. I will eat less food. So I used internet a calorie calculator. Body calorie requirement was, because I was inactive, right? So it was around 25 to 2600 calories. I cut it down almost 1000. So I started with 1700 calories.
17 to 1800 calories according to the calculator.
And then slowly, after dietary changes, I started walking.
Okay.
My aim was to run.
Your aim was to run.
But I did some YouTube videos and everything. So the coaches were saying, so if you are very much overweight, you should not start running straight away. It will impact your joints, your knees.
Yes.
I wanted to make a habit first. I started walking around 2 kilometers
Daily. Okay.
in the morning.
In the morning. Okay.
I'm not calculating the day-to-day activities.
Okay, perfect. Just you started with walking.
Walking. Okay. And the dietary changes.
Dietary changes.
In the dietary changes, mainly it was not about what I am supposed to eat. It was what not to eat.
Not to eat. Okay.
Cut the obvious, like sugar and everything.
So you focused more on removing things.
Removing things.
Like all the oily stuff, mutton like you said, and the sugar also?
Sugar also.
Added sugar?
Yeah.
So you stopped eating chocolates, cakes and everything?
Everything. I was a chayaholic.
Okay, chayaholic, okay.
I used to have at least 7 to 8 cups of tea. Later on, I added green tea and you can see black tea or black coffee. But at that time, I was in different zone, you can say. From mindset wise, I was in different zone. I decided from tomorrow onwards, I'm not going to do these things. And I stopped it. And I think it's very easy to do it.
So to sum it up, regarding to the diet part, you just removed most of the processed foods, oily foods and non-veg and sugar. Coming to the exercise, you just started walking regularly.
Yes.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, how confident were you at the start of the journey that you will reach your fitness goals?
So Honestly, my goal was not to like build a well-built physique or to get into very good shape. As I mentioned, it was in panic mode. So I wanted to lose as much weight as I can, as quickly as I can, and so that my blood markers will be back to normal, the lipid profile will be back to normal. So yeah, so when I started out, I was very determined. So I was 100% confident, because if I go into the right direction, if I eat right, if I exercise correctly, I am going to get the results. And not, my target was 3 months, but I knew not in 3 months, maybe after 3 more months, that in 6 months, I'm going to get my results.
How difficult was the journey?
In the start, it was very difficult actually. The exercise part was not very difficult. I used to hear that exercise
Because you were just walking, right?
right.
Yeah.
Difficult part was not eating what I love. What I have been loving since my childhood.
Like?
So, everybody in the family used to have mutton.
Okay.
Every evening and morning, my father used to have tea.
Okay.
So I used to sit with him and I used to have black coffee or green tea. So that was the difficult thing. And he used to offer me, take a cup. It won't hamper.
But you were determined that you are not going to have.
Because I knew if I stop like twice, I'm going to build a new habit. Yes, that I can have one cup here and there. I didn't wanted to have that habit. I wanted to stick to the same habit that I had decided. I didn't wanted to come out of that mindset that I'm not going to eat it, I'm not going to drink it.
Missing twice a day, start of another habit.
Another habit.
So, like throughout the journey, were you always motivated, or how was it? Like, what did you rely on?
To answer this question, I will have to bring a new person in my life, which is my wife.
Okay.
So after like 3-4 months, I started feeling like I'm missing on something, like especially from the diet part. At that time only my wife started cooking with a minimum amount of oil. Even she used to cook, like out of 3 meals, she used to cook 1 meal without oil.
Okay.
So she learned these things. So which helped me to like calm down my cravings. And she always used to give me compliments. After 1.5 months, she started telling me, your double chin is gone.
Okay.
Right. So you start feeling good, right? We became parents in the month of June.
Okay. June 2023.
June 2023. Okay. So my daughter is just 1 year old. So post that, my wife had also put around 20 kgs of weight during her pregnancy. So she also like slowly, gradually, she started eating what I was eating.
Okay.
After 2-3 months, she was on track with me. During the journey, there was 1 or 2 times when I was like feeling like I can take a break of a month or so.
Okay.
At that time, my wife helped me with my diet.
So I think this tells a lot about how much your environment matters in your fitness journey. Like if you have a supportive partner or a supportive friend, there is a very high chance that you will reach your fitness goals.
100%.
So according to you, what were the mistakes you made in your fitness journey?
Okay, so on a lighter note, I think I went to the wrong physician.
Okay.
He was just trying to be a nutritionist, which he shouldn't be. So he like suggested me not to lift weights. It's bad for your heart. So as if I was going to have a heart attack if I lift weights. So he suggested me cycling, running, or walking, and swimming. That's all you can do.
Only cardio exercise.
Only cardio exercise. As I mentioned, I started cutting out the things which I'm not supposed to eat. I started doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm not supposed to do, but I didn't understand the importance of the things that I need to incorporate along with this what I'm not supposed to eat.
Such as?
So lose weight or lose fat, you need to preserve your muscles as well, and for that protein is very important.
Okay.
So I didn't focus on the protein part. I was just trying to eat like as less as possible, put my weight as quickly as possible, but that is not the right way to do it. Okay. So I was not eating protein at all. So my protein intake back then was approximately, you can say, 20-30 grams.
Okay, that's very less.
Yeah. Very less, because one bowl of a dal would be around 200 calories. So I used to think, no, I will not have dal, I will have a vegetable, fiber, because I studied that fiber is good for heart, it is good for cholesterol, so it will flush it out the cholesterol, it will form a gel-like substance in your arteries and it will flush it out. So I was focusing only on vegetables, multigrain chapatis, 1 or 2, that's it. I should have incorporated resistance training. So during that journey, I lost quite a muscle as well. So I lost almost, you can say, like 50% of my muscle mass as well. So which is very difficult to build.
What's the difference between the mindset of 2023 Dipak and 2024 Dipak?
Biggest difference is the mindset.
Okay.
So if you are starting out any journey or you want to achieve anything, you have to first make up your mind. You need to have a very good mindset.
Right.
So earlier I didn't have too much self-control. Apart from the work, I didn't have any self-control. I used to eat what I like to eat. I I will do whatever I like.
So you were slave to your moods.
Right. And that led to a lot of behavioral changes as well. So earlier I used to snap a lot.
Okay.
In small thing. For a few seconds I will snap and again I'm then back normal. Those things come down. I was a very impatient person. I used to get impatient very small things and very quickly.
Okay.
Now I think I am a very quite a patient person. Considerably, I have improved on that front as well. What your day-to-day activities look like, it is going to change your behavior as well. It is going to change you as a whole person, not just your body. It is going to change your mind as well.
So what is true fitness according to you?
For me, definition of the true fitness would be how you feel about your body. So it's not about how you look. How like do you have a six-pack abs, you have a well defined muscles or not, or biceps or not, because that's the byproduct of what you are doing on a day-to-day basis. It is going to come. So for me right now, if I have to define my fitness, if I'm fit or not, so I have a 1-year-old kid. So if I feel like going out with her in the podium or in the garden and play with her for an hour, if I feel like that, if I'm not forced to do that, then I will consider myself to be fit. Not just physically but mentally as well.
Right.
I want to play with her as much as possible. I want to stay with her as much as possible. I want to see her grow old actually.
Right.
Whatever would be required to achieve that, and that is fitness for me.
So what according to you are the 5 biggest reasons why people will never get fit?
So the biggest reason would be I don't have time. Okay. I am very busy. I don't have time, but that is not true. If you want to make a fitness a life choice, you can say a lifestyle, you are going to incorporate that. I'm not saying you need to exercise for a 1.5 hour daily basis. You can do 15-20 minutes yoga as well if you don't have the time. What's in your hand? So like improving your sleeping habits is going to provide you some time.
Right.
So when you are trying to wake up, is not in your hands. But at least try to improve when you are going to sleep. So if you are going to sleep at 12, try to sleep by 11:30. That will give you 30 minutes extra in the morning.
Yeah, the wake cycle will automatically get adjusted.
In some time. And the second reason would be motivation.
Okay.
So don't wait like for you to get sick. Don't wait your blood markers to be here and there.
Okay.
And then start out. And the third is people think it's very difficult. How I'm going to stay on this journey for now.
Right.
But trusting, you need to just start. Once you get 1 or 2 compliments, when you start feeling good about yourself, you start loving it. Next one would be the diet. People think the diet is very expensive, but that is not true.
Okay.
So if you are, for example, if you are going out like once in a week,
Okay.
to good restaurant, not in very fine dine, I'm saying you are going to spend around 100,
Decent restaurant.
1,000 or 1,500 rupees for 2 person, I'm saying, considering a couple only.
Correct.
So it is the cost of around, you can say 6,000 rupees a month, right? So if you start so if you remove the 6,000 rupees going like eating out, and you start eating good food at your home. So even if you are eating like 500 grams of paneer or 500 grams of chicken and 1 kg of fruit, it is going to be less than 1,000 rupees per week.
Yeah. So the overall cost is very less.
Very less. You are going to end up saving. You can start an SIP as well with that same amount.
That's a very good
It's just
take.
the mentality, because if you remove bad habits and if you incorporate new good habits, it is not going to be very expensive. So dieting is not expensive. And the last reason I would say, you need to make a habit, okay? So if you say, like usually we say, like after 15 days, every human can start a new habit.
Yeah.
So stick to that 15 days first. Try and do not start doing everything. I will eat right. I will exercise from tomorrow onwards. Try to incorporate things slowly so that you love the journey.
Small change at a time.
Small changes at a time.